All right, so major takeaways from part 1 and part 2 of 10 mistakes made in e-learning. In general, you should never have to tell the learner what to do. Good user experience, good usability should make it really clear what's clickable, what's not clickable, how to work through a tutorial so that they can focus on learning rather than figuring out how to use the tutorial. Make your text easy to read, no brainer, right? Make sure there's good contrast, make sure that it's big enough, make sure you have clear visual hierarchy and it's not too crowded on a slide. I like to tell my students, you're not being charged by the slide. Use as many slides as you want to use and make your slides uncrowded, easy to read. Along with that, align and balance visual content. A slide should have good, pleasant visual design so that everything has room to breathe and is very readable and viewable. I really encourage you to use your own voice. It's very humanizing to have a human voice on a tutorial. If you're new to recording audio, you're going to feel a little cringy, most likely, about having to listen to your own voice. You'll get used to it. I promise to everyone else, it sounds totally normal. It's very humanizing and engaging to have a human voice on a tutorial. And finally, just avoid obvious answers in quizzes. If you're going to have a quiz question, make it a true test of whether a learner has mastered the learning objective, okay? Always bring your quizzes back to learning objectives. Think about what's really important for the learner to actually be able to do, not what you wish they could do in a perfect scenario, but what they can actually do once they complete your tutorial. And of course, don't trap your users, whether it's in a quiz question or elsewhere in a tutorial. Make your navigation consistent and usable, and make sure your quiz questions are limited to 2 wrong answers. Let your user move on and don't trap them. Once you demotivate somebody, they're never going to come back and finish the tutorial because there's no one there to help them. If you're doing Storyline or Captivate, oftentimes they're by themselves. So make it a good experience for them. Help your learner focus on learning.